Hi. Can you hear and see us?
Hi guys.
How's it going?
We are a little late because Flavia was having a meltdown. She was laughing her ass off.
I cried because I laughed so much.
It's not funny.
You're the funniest.
No.
You're the funniest.
Stop it.
My stomach's even hurting now because I was laughing.
How's everybody doing today?
Working in as I listen, so maybe in and out.
Okay.
Okay, Mary. Yeah. What are you laughing off? Annie.
I almost...
tea almost came out of her nose.
Yeah.
But she made a sound and her eyes were like this.
It's not really funny.
It's so funny.
I was holding my breath so I wouldn't choke. And I made a cartoon sound and Flavia lost
her
it.
Her face was the best. Oh, God. And then the sound effect.
Gosh. It would have been awful if I didn't, though. There would be tea everywhere.
Yeah. No, in
my hair.
Great. And it's pink tea. It's like red berries. Oh, it's so funny. Hopped up on iced tea.
Right?
Right.
It's actually just acai and blueberry this time.
Oh, is it?
What?
I didn't notice it. I thought it was the red
I love like fruity tea.
Yeah.
Love it.
Fruity, flowery, grassery.
Anyways, scene. I was just gonna say something and I...
Myrr?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say something else. But anyways, of course, we have Myrr with us today. Yeshua is walking around. Mary Magdalene is just sitting there, kind of holding space for everybody. I feel like she's like she calms everybody down, which is great. It's a great role to play because sometimes they can get a little chaotic.
Yeah.
The sounds.
So and cool. There's this like lofty space here. So it's an open second floor, and there are so many of the sisters and brothers sitting down the stairs.
There. Yeah, everybody just watching because they're like, Myr's gonna get to talk today, and they are all excited about it. It's like she's been waiting thousands of years for this moment to come out and speak like this. I actually never saw her coming through with this name. It's not of my awareness, so I don't know if it's happened or not, but it feels very new and everybody's very excited, very proud of her. So she's just standing here. She's wearing this beautiful flowery dress right now, and she is lovely. And she looks very young. She looks like she's in her early 20s because most of them are like, what?
I just felt her energy. Julie's daughter?
Mm-hmm.
I felt the same energy with more. Julie. Lua?
Oh, yeah. I felt it too.
Yeah.
Don't know, but
nice.
Well, Julie's not here now.
No, yeah.
Hi, Julie from the future.
Hi.
That's creepy. But she is so excited. Everybody's so excited. And she is happy that she's going to get to talk. She shushed everybody. All of the brothers and sisters. They are just sitting there. She shushed them.
Beforehand, like...
Yes, like everybody. Just... Which Julie? Not you. The other Julie.
Juliana.
Yeah. And she's very like bossy. She has this kind of big sister energy, and she isn't, but she has that kind of energy. I don't know. And that's the first time actually that she's gonna get channeled in a camera. I think I know that Alana channeled her because she's a strong fractal of Alana as well, and she's so happy about it. She actually woke me up the day that you wrote her channeling, Alana. I don't know if I told you this. She woke me up and she's like, we're talking. And then she was so excited. And I was like, oh, I'm so happy for you. She's like, yes, sister's letting me talk. And she was so happy. She woke me up to tell me this. And I'm like, okay, I'll go check that out later. So she's been very, very happy and just loving to talk to you guys, loving to answer your questions. So shoot. Everybody's ready. Okay.
Hi, Anya.
Hi.
What most prominent roles did Myrr play during her lifetimes?
She's saying that she's always been very fascinated with the cosmos in a way. She comes through the energy of ether. She's saying that's how most of us connect with her. And she's saying that she's always wanted to help us explore the cosmos as a thing that lives within us. And that's the thing that she is most excited about, she's saying, to help us understand that we are part of the whole, because we are the whole, and we hold all of the magic that we might see outside within us. So she's saying that in all her lifetime, she, one way or another, played this role, and she's playing this role again. You know, I feel like Alana connected with her, and Indira also connected with her. I don't know if it was Brandy. I feel Brandy was Lizbet. But anyways, so she's saying, I am in many bodies right now, and the role is still the same. It's helping people see that God lives within, you know, that's the thing that she loves the most. You didn't tell me that. Very cute. Yes, we love the messages. She's very happy.
It's like her own version of Christmas morning. So sweet.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you tell us about her galactic background?
She's saying, ooh, do you have a few days? She's saying, well, let's say that I've been here for the whole... Oh, I'm so happy. The fire is burning. It's making sound. Sorry, guys. I love winter. I'm in love with winter. Let's not talk about that now. So she's saying that she participated in the whole creation of the human idea. So that's why she feels very... what is the word? Even motherly towards Earth and every Earth being. And also with the whole connection with remembering our mastery. So she comes from so many backgrounds, actually. But let's say that the first ones were the Pleiadians. On Earth, the Pleiadians and the Lemurians. She is a part of the whole thing. And not only that, she's showing me another race that I do not know the name. It's not the Anunnaki, but they come from the same kind of place, but they are sentient, if that makes any sense. So she was already, let's say, she's saying, in your human terms, a scientist, and I helped design the human DNA and also the DNA of some animals and some... She's showing me some stuff in the ocean. My sister's gonna know better what I'm talking about. Oh my God, what's the name? It's like not algae, but not corals.
Oh, the reefs?
Yes, something like that. A lot of that ecosystem she helped design the DNA for, in a way. So she's very connected with all of that. And she has a lot of this background with these beings, but she also comes through many other lineages, because as her energy as Myrr, she got to embody different fractals of herself because of the sort of alchemy that Yeshua and Mary Magdalene performed. They were able to hold her essence in Mary's body, you know, and bring it through Yeshua and Mary. And she was able to bring that energy through to Earth. She wasn't... That's very interesting. So she is first one of the Mary Magdalene's miscarriages, and then because she wasn't quote unquote planned, so it wasn't enough preparation to receive her soul. So then they got to know that better. So that was the way that she kind of signaled to them. It's like, okay, I'm ready to come now. So she got pregnant. She lost the baby when she was around like 3 or 4 months. And then they connected with the soul. So then she got to them. It's like, okay, so I want you to come with this and this and this DNA. And for that, we need to do the whole shebang again, the thing that they did for Sarah. So then she could embrace all of those DNA. So it's not only her lineage as the Pleiadian and the Lemurian that is in her DNA and that she's working on us right now as we are speaking, but she brought a lot of that Sirian seed that is very like brainy and very technological, but they are not very sentient in a way. And then she brought a lot of the Arcturian as well, so she's very connected with sacred geometry and sacred light language. And also she brought a lot of the Pleiadians that helps mellow out the other stuff, so she could be more quote unquote human, of course. And still she was a very, very weird child, she's saying. But that's some of her story.
Do any of the kids have a question for her?
Well, someone is joking. Someone is asking her, why is she so bossy?
That was exactly what I heard.
Yeah.
Before when I read the question. Yeah.
It's like, why are you so bossy? Someone's, they're like yelling at them. She's like, oh. She just said, like, shut up, Junior. So I feel like that's a like an inside joke that they have. It's like, oh, the mini Jesus, someone like that. And they're just laughing. But they don't have any serious questions for her. It's like, we know enough. Benjamin just said.
In the channeling of Yeshua and his children, Myrr explained that her soul braided with other essences to bring teachings. Which one essence does she merge with or braided to bring this teaching?
This teaching of today? Or what? Is something specific that you want to know, Indira? Or just something, just general? Let me know, because it's going to be easier. Because we could go forever with this.
Did she start? Oh, sorry. Did she say she's Sirian as well? I think she said that in your first channeling of her. I don't remember.
Yep. You just said it now again.
Yeah. I feel very connected to that Earth creation time too. Were we together during that time?
Oh, she says, yes, we were. And so many of us here now. And that's why we feel so passionate about the whole awakening experience on Earth. And we want to go and do some things. And that's why sometimes we feel even frustrated by how things are not going exactly in our pace or whatever it is. It's because we've been doing this for a very long time and directing everything to this point. So even in our higher consciousness, we want things to move in a way, because that's still us being individual. What's happening?
Yeah. The smoke was coming on me.
It's better? Nope. Did Indira answer? Not yet.
Not yet. Is astrology a part of a connection to her?
She says it can be, yes. In some of her embodiments, she studied, and not only studied, but she figured out that she created it. So she brought a lot of that through. But that's not her main purpose now, she's saying. But if you want to connect with that, and if you want to bring more of that into your life, she's a great one to invite to help you. If you are studying it, if you have a lot of things that you want to know about it, she's a good one to call.
Indira says, the stars teaching about the cosmos.
Okay, so let me read that again. Okay. So she's saying that she brought a lot of that Pleiadian essence because they are very sentient and they've mastered individuality with compassion so well that she wanted or needed, someone else is saying, a lot of that not to come across too harsh in a way, because she's very balanced and she's very sharp, as I said. She has a lot of that Lilith essence in her. So she needed a little bit of something to mellow that out in a way. And she knew that before she braided her soul. So she said that she brought a lot of that because the Pleiadians have a very easy way for humans to understand when they explain things. So she wanted that. And it wasn't something that she was always aware of. She's saying that for her early years, it was hard for her to communicate because she had a lot of that Sirian technological essence in her and that Arcturian, that she had a hard time helping, being understood in general. It wasn't as easy for her to be understood. So of course her parents got her because they talked in a soul level, but other friends and other people in the family sometimes she always felt kind of out of place until she found her place on earth. And that's a path for so many of us. There are star seeds, right? That you need to reconnect in a way with the idea of why is it that I'm on earth, and then you go like, oh, okay, so we are doing this. So those are some of the fractals of her, a very strong Pleiadian being that is part of the Galactic Council. And there's this, well, what we could say a scientist from Sirius, and there's this healer from Arcturus.
What is braiding the soul?
Let's say it's like merging different identities to form a new identity. Just saying that's probably the easiest way I can put it. But let me know if you want me to explain it further.
Tell us about the thought behind the human design.
She's saying that as God, we always create with the intent of love and expansion, and creation itself, because we love to create. That is our innate and purest essence. It is that we are creators and we love to reinventing and inventing things. So she really likes, she's saying that we all like actually to create new things. So the whole process behind creating humans is the whole idea that we have so much to explore as a human. That's the signature of the human being, they're saying, is the openness to every realm of creation while being in a body. And she's saying, do you know just how magical this is? That just because you are in a vessel, you can feel and sense, but you can also access all sorts of other things that some of you are not even aware of yet, because you are human, because you gave yourself the permission to act and to create as a human. So that's the process, the thought process behind creating a human. It's because it gives you the opportunity to experience your individuality as one in a physical form.
Nice.
If we are ever not making sense, let me know, she's saying.
Yeshua's family, right?
Yep.
Probably the coral reefs that involve not only corals, but also other animals and different types of organisms there. It is a beautiful and very rich ecosystem.
Yep,
Yes.
That's exactly what she means then.
Did Myrr come before Lizbet?
Yes, I think. Very close together, so it's hard to know. But I think so. She was born before, a few years only.
With whom was Myrr the closest to, aka who was her favorite sibling?
Oh my God. So all of them did like this.
Me, of course.
She's saying that, well, in truth, they were all very close and they were all friends. They were not only siblings, but they were friends. And of course that there are some, because there are so many. Oh my God. She's saying, Mama,
So many different ages too.
Mom and Dad kept busy. That's what she said. Yes, and because of the age difference, sometimes you feel more connected. But for example, like Benjamin and Sarah, both of them, they loved children. So they would always feel very connected to Benjamin and Sarah. And also because they are also like the oldest ones. So it's like they've been around longer. So whenever it is that they had a thing with Yeshua, for example, or a thing with Mary Magdalene, they would go for either Benjamin or Sarah, because they were like, okay, I've been here long enough to tell you that this is how it's happening. It's like, just breathe, and just brush through the jokes that Dad's making or whatever it is, So yeah. But she's not saying someone specific. I think she doesn't want to create drama in the family.
Which galactic council is she in?
The Council of Nine, is that a thing? That's what I heard. She's like, of course that's a thing. I'm telling you that's a thing. Sorry. I didn't mean to offend you.
Are you questioning me?
Are you crazy? So yeah, that's the one.
What did she write about during her lifetime? She spoke of a manuscript. Could you tell us something about that?
She's saying she wrote a lot about the placement of the planets that she just knew because that's in her soul.
Mm-hmm.
So she wrote some of the first manuscripts on modern, we'll say. She's saying modern. And that's up for debate. Was modern or not? Modern alchemy and astrology and astronomy. Astronomy more than astrology, she's saying.
Ooh, I get big goosebumps at the idea of creating something new, right?
Right.
The Galactic Federation of Light.
She's saying that those are my pals. Her buddies.
I was watching the stars. At one point, a question came across my mind. It seemed to be answered by the star. Does each star do this, or was I drunk?
Drunk in love, she's saying. Drunk in your own wisdom. Drunk in
Stardust.
wonder. Yeah, she's saying, yes, every star has a voice. Of course, every planet has a voice. Every single tiny microorganism has a voice, and you can channel and download all of it if you are open enough to receive it.
Mm-hmm.
You're not drunk, sister, she's saying.
When the family split in 56 AD, where did Myrr live?
I'm looking for this timeline where this happened because I don't see them fully. Okay, wait. Okay, she's bringing it back to me, this timeline. I see her in Greece and Egypt doing the manuscript thing.
Mm-hmm.
She's nodding. Yeah, she loved the science that she could experience in Greece, she's saying. She loves Greece. She's making me want to visit. Well, everyone wants to visit Greece anyways.
I had a vision of her holding those rolls of what's the name in English?
Parchment paper?
Yeah. And arriving at a place where there were many more, and she was like, "Oh yes, I'm in heaven."
Like the Alexandria library.
Yeah.
Yep. She's like, yes, such a brainy. She's very nerdy.
Very Bruno-like.
Yep.
Maybe I have missed the question, but did she also go to Egypt and go through the initiations?
Not fully the sexual initiations, the sex magic ones. She was a little interested in that. She said that it only came along in her life when she was, all of them knew the alchemy on how to not get old. I'll tell you. She said that just came with me. It was like just turning a knob. When I figured out that I was getting gray hairs, I stopped and I reversed it a little bit because she knew she had full control of her body, full control of her abilities and everything. So she just, when she figured out, they say that she was getting older than she wanted, she just turned these knobs like, nope, I ain't doing this. So she didn't go through the same kind of initiations that Sarah did, Lizbet did, Rachel did, the other kids, where Magdalene, Yeshua. She was interested in that when she was around her 60s, she's saying. That's when she became more, because she found a partner, someone that she wanted to share some of those experiences, and that was one of the priestesses in the temple in Egypt when she was there studying something. Well, actually, she was teaching people about things, but she would always come as a student, she's saying, because that's the best way to approach this. And she would end up teaching people and creating manuscripts and things like that. But I feel like she met a twin flame in one of the priestesses. And she was like, she brought so much of that a Kundalini awakening, or Sekhem as we call. And then she got more interested because she was, sharing her life with this priestess. So she got more into that, and she got some initiations, but it wasn't one of the things that she was, the most interested about. It wasn't her role, she just ended up getting into it because she fell in love with the priestess of Isis. it just comes with the package. She's saying, yeah.
That's the comes from Pamela Chan a lot.
That's true.
And Dolores is in it. And Dolores is in it.
But that was her joking. She was like beatboxing.
Okay. Which soul in the family was youngest, newest, and what gifts did that new soul offer?
I feel like one of the last kids that they had was in South America, and they were both, like Mary and Yeshua were both already like 400 years old. So that was one of the last one. Oh no, they were older than that. I'm seeing another one now. Where is this? Tibet? Yeah. They were like 500 and something. That's the youngest. So that's, and that's a very strong galactic being as well. Has a lot of Horus energy. It's a boy.
It's a strong womb.
Yes.
Oh
just keep giving birth like this.
Yeah.
Well, she had not as many from her womb though.
Yeah. Many adopted, right?
Yeah, most of them were adopted. In some timelines, she had 7 of her own womb, and some timelines I see 11, and some only 3. But I mostly connect with the ones with 7 kids that were her own.
I have a sister who doesn't.
All of them were her own. Sorry.
She corrected you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a sister who doesn't like me for various reasons, one of which is because of my vastly different spiritual beliefs. I'd love a message in regards to this difficult sibling relationship.
Myrr is saying that it's not that she doesn't like you. She doesn't like the part in her that agrees with you.
Wow.
That's the point here. So just keep holding space for them as you do. You are a master of compassion and have been for thousands and thousands of years. She just called you Nanny. It's like Granny, because she has such a strong Mother Mary energy. So she's saying it's not who you are, it's who she doesn't want to be. And you're just mirroring something that she has. And she doesn't want to see it. And for as long as she doesn't want to see it, she is not going to want to see you. And it's not your business. So she's saying, I know that it hurts, of course, because you love them and you want them to love you back. And she does. And you use the right word, it's the like. So something she doesn't like about you because she doesn't like them about her. And it's not your place to change those things or to accommodate her even. Establish your boundaries, live by them, and just trust that both of you are playing exactly the perfect role for each other.
A lot of astronomical knowledge came from Greece, so that makes a lot of sense. See, who's answering that?
Yep. She's saying, yep, no, hello.
Did she learn the alchemy to extend her lifespan?
She answered that already. She's saying it was just easy for her.
Can we do that alchemy of reverse aging too?
She's saying, yes, of course. You can do any alchemy, and you will start seeing more and more of that. You are already seeing more of that. Just see how the last generations are lasting more. People before lived like 50 years, and that was it. And now people are living 100 and being healthy through this. So it's already kind of happening, but you can totally tap into that and turn this little knob, because it's a belief. She's saying that's all it is. You believe so much that when you reach a certain point, you will start getting older. And for each person, that's a different, you will start like getting old, like degrading in a way, right? It's like you will start decaying after that point. It's a belief that is so strong in our collective. So for some people, it is when they are like 20, they start like feeling old, and then they start aging. For some people, they will be as young as ever until they are 50, and then it kicks in, you know. So it really depends for all of us, but it is a belief, and from that point on, you start believing that that's going to happen. Because of course, when you are born a baby, you're not going to be a baby forever, because that's not the plan. So you grow into a certain place, so your body can have all the functions and can enjoy all the things that Earth has to offer. But from that moment on, it's up to you. It's your belief system. So of course you can change this belief system as you change any other belief system, and you just see that you. Why is the mouse moving? Oh, I thought it was there and it's moving. I'm like, oh, again, things are moving by themselves. But it's just part of your belief system. And she's saying a lot of you don't want to live forever, don't want to live 600 years, because your kids wouldn't, or your parents wouldn't, or your friends wouldn't, or your partners wouldn't, you know, because you don't know what they want to do, so you don't want to do it either. So you just want to have a normal, quote unquote, normal human life. And what's wrong with that as well? So isn't it maybe the idea to enjoy as much as you can every single day and not worry too much about what's going to happen in the future, because the future doesn't exist, guys, let me tell you.
Maybe a class later. Right, on reverse
aging. What?
Maybe a class later.
On what?
Reverse aging.
Yeah. Absolutely. We can call the Lemurians. They have a whole system for it, actually, that is very helpful for us. She's just talking about that in her own perspective, of course, and there are so many other beings that we can call forward with her to teach about this, because they had like whole systems, like a capsule in Lemuria that would reverse aging for like 2 or 3 years. You will stop and then you will go there again. So again, it's like working with your belief system. So it's okay, I'm frozen for 2 years, 3 years, okay, but then I'll start aging again. So you just went there and you did that again.
Not gonna lie, I have been feeling a strong connection to her. This is the first time I'm watching a Myrr channeling, but I feel very connected. I wonder if we have some type of history together.
Oh yes. It's the first time that we are channeling her. Yeah. It's the first time she's getting to talk ever like this on camera, I think. Alana has some. Did you put them on your website, Alana? Well, Alana has a Facebook page as well, Bruna. Yeah. You can read some of her channelings there because they're awesome too. So, yes, you have a strong fractal of her. Let's say that she is one of your lifetimes. So maybe that's why you felt so connected with the story when you were reading and you were transcribing it, because Bruna was the one transcribing the prologue. And she said that she cried so much she had to stop. And that was the case for most everybody that read it. It's like, I'm sobbing, I'm not just crying. So she is one of your lifetimes. It jumped.
Yeah.
Oops.
Did she used to work with sound healing?
Where is
this? Sorry, I skipped.
Wait.
Omar, tell us about your divine partner. Oh, we did about the...
She wants more. Yes. She's saying, well, she was the most divine being she's ever encountered in her life. And, you know, my parents. She's saying that, again, I was around 60, but I looked as I look today. So I could pass for being younger. And she was younger. She studied her whole life in the temples of Isis. She was an initiate of Isis, and she knew about Mary Magdalene. She was like a fan of Mary Magdalene. So when Myrr said that she was her daughter, she was, starstruck by her. So she was already in love with her. And Myrr said that she had a little harder time because she's never really given into it. She said that the idea of having a family like her parents did never really made a lot of sense to her. She didn't want to have kids. So she was very different than most people and than most women in her time, of course. And she was bisexual as well. So she's saying that all of that was confusing for people. She's saying, I never really felt confused about it and I never really cared. But for some other people, depending on where we were living, for example, it would be hard for them to understand me, that I didn't want to get married. I didn't want to have kids. So she never did. So she never really invested a lot in a relationship because she was waiting for her partner, actually. She's saying, now I know that because it took her a little longer to incarnate than it took me. So that's why I never really felt the need to connect like that with anybody. So she never really had a partner before that. And she said it was just easy, it was fine. It wasn't in my mind at all. And then she met this being, and she's saying that that's the first time she felt like a real connection and attraction with someone. And that was insane for her, because she said that I had all the mind knowledge about all the things. I've been, working on this and empowering this side of me my whole life. And then I met this person that brought feeling to everything I was doing. So it was the most engranding, is that a word? Growing experience she had on earth. And she understood all the other things that, well, she could feel all the other things that she only understood about being loved and sharing your body, sharing your essence with someone else on a body on earth. So she said that she felt very, very grateful that she got to experience this with this partner, and they lived for like 100 and something years together, and then both of them decided to find another journey, another adventure, and they let go of the body at the same time, much like Yeshua and Mary Magdalene. They're very cute.
Very cute.
And she's here too, by the way.
I heard. I drew the lines and she filled them with color.
Yeah, that's really beautiful.
Yeah.
Exactly. And this other being is like, at the same time that she is the opposite of Myrr, she is Myrr. It's like twin flames, right? You can't really explain the thing. So all of the things that with the most like sentient kind of thing, like the whole like feeling things, because Myrr is more on the brain in a way, but the Myrr that we know now is the Myrr that comes through is super balanced. So she's saying a lot of that is because she opened up to this kind of love that she experienced.
Did she used to work with sound healing?
She says not a lot. I knew the theory, but again, it wasn't one of my main focus in that lifetime. So she knew it, she knew how to work with it, and sometimes she would, but she would prefer light over sound in that lifetime. So she would prefer to work, instead of singing or speaking light language, she would prefer to draw it, she's saying.
I found a gray hair, but the root became dark. Is that the reverse aging?
Yes, it is.
Does Dolores bring cookies to the council meetings? For
Myrr
herself?
Says, it's like, yeah, she doesn't share, but she brings them.
Is Corey here?
I think she is.
I think she is.
She was.
Yeah.
Corey!
Why did she decide to come forth to Lightworkers613 and spread her messages here?
She's like, oh, duh. That's my family. Of course I would. She's saying I couldn't wait anymore for them to finally get on board and let me talk. All of you. Mm-hmm. So she's saying that she is part of the whole creation of our soul family. Of course. She created the human DNA. She created the whole story. So she is one of the pillars of our soul family. So that's why she's saying I knew I would be well received and understood here, and the message would be sent from a place of love always. So she's saying that's why I'm picky. I'm not just gonna come for anybody. For example, I don't want any voice of fear. Picky.
Did you guys have dental problems? Can we regrow whole teeth?
They said not much. It happened once in a while, of course. And they say that teeth are like antennas for energy, which is weird. And it has a whole lot to do with self-love as well. So there is something there with this. She's saying we could unpack this forever. But let's say that whenever it is that you are not fully loving, appreciating yourself, or you are channeling too much energy, or it's like your teeth can get very sensitive, which happens for me personally. My teeth are very sensitive because of all the channeling that I do. So I'm still finding ways to cope with it and to help my body fully feel safe with what I do, So it really depends. But she's saying that, of course, you can regrow whole teeth. It's a belief system. Every answer to your can I is first yes, and the second is belief system. Every question you might have.
After the manuscripts were burned, were there copies kept somewhere else? If so, can they be discovered soon?
She's saying that the manuscripts that got burned were fakes. They knew that they were going to burn them, and they planted the manuscripts. So yes, we have the real ones, and when humanity is ready. It's also a split in timelines. So if you don't see it happening, it doesn't mean that it's not happening. It just means that you chose a different path than seeing that happen, seeing that play out. But it's already happening somewhere. And people are starting to tap into this, and they're starting to find these things, and they are not fully finding their voices to share, and also not finding the venues to share it with people. It's like finding the right channel on TV or YouTube to do that, for example, because there is that sense of responsibility with this. And a lot of the real stuff, well, not a lot, you're saying, not a lot, but some of the real stuff, the Vatican actually has it. So okay, here we go with the conspiracy theories more. Just say, well, it's true, they do and they know. But how loving would it be, to just bring that like this to people? You need to find the answer within you first for you to be able to live it in a loving way. So that's why it's like there's no like disclosure. Oh, Yeshua had sex. Wow. For us, it's like great deal, good for you. But for some people, they are very restricting their religions. It would be life change. It would be dramatic and it would break them, right? He doesn't want any of that. She's saying he doesn't want the drama. He doesn't care. He doesn't care how people think of him, what they want him to be, what he is for them. He just cares about loving them, and that's all. That's been his mission since the day he was born. Yeah. He's here to love you. Love is going to guide you. I'm not here to change you, I'm not here to change your mind. It's not what I'm here to do. He's saying now. He finally got to talk. Like he does every channeling. It's okay, Yeshi.
Can Myrr share about her lifetime as Plato?
She's saying, well, that was an interesting one. Ooh, things are moving there in the fire.
Oh, I thought it was someone outside.
No, it's the fire.
It's so loud.
She's saying that was a very interesting human life. And she had, like Plato had both energies of Myrr and Yeshua a lot. So, yeah. Do you want to share anything else about that? More about your life as Plato? She's saying, well, I was very profound and very smart. She doesn't. So no, it's time for Myrr to talk today. She's very, very confident, and I love that. I think all of us, most of us at least, could use more of that.
In her role of early divine planning, did she agree with the use of duality on Earth? Did envision another plan?
Duality was what made life on Earth possible. So yes, we planned for that. It's never been the enemy. It's made the enemy by you. By you, she means like humanity, not you personally. But duality is what gives us nuance, is what gives us options, is what gives us the ability to even have a body. So of course it's always been part of the plan. Everything that's ever happened has been part of the plan. Nothing is just happening to you because you are a small little creature that deserves to suffer. That story is very old. Let's erase this, she's saying. You create everything from love. There is no other way. Very sweet story, right, guys?
Yeah. Alana says the channel is on her YouTube.
That is so exciting.
Yes.
We're
So-
gonna do one together too soon, right, Alana? Putting you on a spot again. Right, Alana?
Just adding to the list.
Right.
Osiris and no more.
Yes. Ooh.
So Bruna, if you check, I think it's the same account.
Yeah.
Alana Heavenly, and then you can find it. Oh, I cried so much. Bruna says.
More what,
transcribing it.
Alana?
It was
Sorry.
about the partner. When I read that, she wrote more.
Mm.
Oh, Myrr is so sweet. I love her.
Yes.
Right. What has Myrr taught you as you were preparing to channel her?
Nothing at all. When I was preparing for her today, I talked to her, and then it's like I wake up, and most of the times when I wake up, they are already like in my room, going through my stuff and things like that. And I woke up and she was not there, and then I called her, and then I asked if she had anything that she wanted to share with me prior to this or whatever it is. And she's saying, nope, just went away. And then I invited her again. I was like, okay, is there anything I should do? Anything? She's like, no, I chose you for a reason. And then she said that was her mom. And that made me want to cry a little bit. And then she's like, you know me so well. I don't need to introduce myself to you. I don't need to, tell you my reasons. I know you're just going to let me talk. And I'm very thankful. See you later. And she went away again. So nothing specific she wanted me to do for this.
Enter her multidimensional.
Yeah, I was like, bye. And I see on the other side, there's Dolores eating her cookies, And then there's like Ganesha and all kinds of beings.
I would like to hear more about the creation of human DNA.
She's saying, that was a very intricate process that we chose to experience. Because in truth, everything is created like this, she's saying. But we wanted to give things our flair and to move things around. So there is just so much we can tell about the story. This could give a book on itself, she's saying. Because when we chose to create the human DNA as individual beings, it took us a few thousand years to agree on what we wanted to do. So there's a lot that you know about today, even in your fear-based mentality kind of stories about the Anunnaki or what is the other one that people think they are scary?
Reptilians?
Yes. And being governed by beings and whatever it is. There's a lot there because we were not creating them as just the Pleiadians or just the Lemurians. That's when things were ready to be, brought to Earth. But the background of all of that, of creating that magic so it would be possible to bring it to humanity, was a joint kind of event. So beings from all over the galaxy would come and tap in. It's like, okay, so because all of them wanting to incarnate in these bodies on Earth right now, and they are, and we are. So everybody kind of, did one thing or the other, and they were working with beings from all over the universe, actually. See, it's true. And reptilians were working with them, and Anunnaki, and all kinds of beings, and Sirians, and mermaids, and, all kinds of beings that you can imagine were working on it together. And no one is evil, she's saying. No, none of them are the bad guy, and you don't have like a bad seed in your DNA. That's all lies. But anyways, again, this could be a book.
One at a time, or
yeah. Just like, dang it.
If she was part of the DNA creation, I would like to know if the story of the rainbow serpent is somehow connected to the beings of our DNA, to the beginning of our DNA?
She's saying, yes, it can be. It can be one way to see it. Because, well, she's saying, actually, it's going to be different for everybody. It's the way that you perceive it. So she's saying, for example, what is the rainbow serpent for you? And what does it mean for you? You know, because it's different for everybody in a way. I don't know what she's talking about.
I'll buy the DNA book when it's ready.
Nice.
The sassiness, I love it.
I know, right?
In what way is she activating us today?
Oh, she's saying in so many ways, and however it is that you're ready. That's how she's activating you. She's activating remembrances. She's activating crystalline DNA and galactic DNA in you. She's activating light language in some people, you know, so you might start speaking or drawing light language, whatever it is that you are open to receive. She's saying if you bring that to your awareness now and consciously claim it, I can activate even more. So write it down here. I claim it.
I have seen so many sacred sexuality, sacred geometry.
Yeah, she's
since it started.
Beyond that.
What part of the DNA creation? The 2-stranded or 12-stranded?
Just saying they are the same. It's just because your science can only see 2 now, but there's always been 12. So the 12 is her answer. Again, the sassiness.
Will you describe the difference between our current DNA and having crystalline DNA?
The difference is awareness, she's saying. You already have crystalline DNA. Sometimes you need awareness to activate that part of you. It's something that sometimes is dormant in you. But accessing crystalline DNA helps energy move through you way, way faster and easier. So you can get more downloads, for example. So you can channel more easily, or you can just embody God easier in your body. That's how embody means. Sorry. Yeah. Is it making sense?
I need to read and understand some of Plato's writing for a philosophy class. Can you help me with that more?
She's like, well, I'll tell you something. Sometimes I didn't even know what I was talking about. To be honest, it's open for your own interpretation, and it's always meant to be as such. You know, so I knew I didn't need to fully comprehend something, because the way I understand something is not the way you're going to understand something. It doesn't matter how much we try. If we are aligned, if we are in the same frequency, we might perceive something the same way, but the way you see and feel things, it's so personal to you. That's what I tried to come across, actually. That's what I tried to fully help people understand, is that it doesn't matter how much we try to be the same, we can never be the same. We are all individuals now. So the ways that I'm going to understand something is different than the way you are. So yeah, I can help you to attain this knowledge if you want, but helping you understand, no one can help you understand anything. Said like Plato.
How did your experience with Yeshua influence your future incarnations?
She's saying, well, the first thing that influenced that incarnation was that I always felt like it was okay to be weird. Because first of all, he's very weird. So he made us all feel home. And it was okay that I was different. Even different from my brothers and sisters. Because I always knew that he had my back. Him and Ima too, which is mom in their language. So I knew that it doesn't matter. It never mattered how different I was, because that was something that was good about me and not something bad. So they taught me that from a very, very early age, that me being different was okay and magical and perfect. So even though sometimes when I got into contact with some other people outside of the family, when I got older, it wasn't all that easy because I didn't feel the same acceptance I felt from my family. It was also okay because I knew that I always had him. So that part germinated in me, in my soul. So from that moment on, I could always remember that confidence. Even in times that I had none of it, I could recall, because that was so intertwined with me and my soul, because of the level of acceptance that I felt from my parents in that lifetime. It plays a role today in all of my embodiments. And she's pointing at you. She's saying they can corroborate with the story. It's like, even though sometimes you don't feel fully confident, you know you have it. So maybe you can't fully make your mind believe it or your body feel it, but you know you are. So you act as if you are confident.
Mhm.
I was gonna ask how you felt about being her mom. Feels loving and awesome.
Yeah. She said at the same time that you were talking about it also.
Oh, of course.
That's why.
Well, let me dive deeper into that. Let me see through Mary's eyes and answer you. It feels special. It feels like I was, well, with all of them, actually. But it's like I won the lottery with every single one of them. It was like, oh, I get to be their mom. I get to feed them in my breast. I get to connect with them and see them grow. I get to be here for them for as long as they want me to be, and then they go and they do their things, and they are always with me anyway, because they've always been with me anyway. They've always been a part of me. So she's saying that, Mary's saying that now. It's like, oh, I always knew I was a mother. It was just a matter of time for me to start getting pregnant, for being impregnated. But I've always been a mom, because I've always felt all of their essences with me all the time. So when I got to have them in my body and then to watch them grow, that's the most beautiful miracle and the best role I've ever played. I'm gonna drink some tea.
Yeah. I just drank some water and it's so cold, as if it was in the fridge.
Mm-hmm. Mine is like that too.
Yeah. When hi log.
Okay. That's not weird at all.
Okay. Any information about the scenes is welcome, but I'm happy to just listen. Hopefully more will sing for us.
She's saying that when she was born, they were not fully living with the Essenes anymore. Well, they were still the Essenes community, but they branched it so much that they were not even called that in a way. But she went back and she, let's say, studied with some of them. Whenever she says studied, she more taught people than studied. But she studied with them back where my dad was born, she's saying. And also in... It's not Egypt. Well, it's Egypt. Yeah, it's Egypt. It's not just the center, but it's to Egypt. The whole Mesopotamia kind of area there, they lived all around there. So she went there to study with them as well. So she's saying that she learned a lot about their values, and she didn't agree with some of them, but she was still always welcome because she was Jesus' daughter. Let me see the questions here. Just a second, guys. I'm looking through Dawn's question and seeing which one she wants to answer. She was born in France. They were still in France, but they were in the north of France, close to Germany, she's saying. That's where she was born. That was a question, by the way. I'm just reading the question and answering it. I don't know where. Why did you choose to be Yeshua's child? Because, well, first of all, she's saying we've always been in each other's soul family, of course. We're always there together. And she knew that he could help her manifest the body in the way that we talked about before, being with all the alchemy and everything. So that's why she chose him and her, Mary. Let's check the chat there.
You put Lilith under Lilith.
Yes.
In what way did she use sacred geometry?
She's saying Well, she would use that to teach people about the stars, the star systems, the whole shebang of the universe. She would use that like points in. She would connect the dots and create a sacred geometry.
Trace the path of the stars.
Yes, exactly. So that's one way. So that would activate memories for people. Or she would, let's say, draw a sacred symbol from a planet, from Andromeda, for example. That's interesting.
Mhm.
She's saying that we can do that. It's like I can do that and Flavia can do that. We can do that for you if you want. That's one
That's
offering.
nice.
That's nice. That we can draw like we call now soul symbol or light language or a holy geometry. That's how she's calling it. From here we go, Flavia.
No, it's
With
not.
this.
Nothing. It's just funny. Holy geometry.
The way that I say it.
Yes.
Why such an asshole sometimes?
Nothing. I wasn't making fun of you. I was of
But
what
it
you
looks
said.
like you were.
No.
To connect with your origins in said place. For example, let's draw sacred geometry from the Pleiades for someone in specific that has connection with their own soul braidings, so then they could connect the dots in their own essence to remember that specific lifetime, because it's relevant for them. Is that making sense?
Yeah.
So she would draw like a symbol, a whole thing to help someone connect with one of their fractals. That's one of the ways they would.
Can you work with me on sacred geometry with my jewelry?
Oh, she said, yeah, girl.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
That's amazing.
Alana,
She's very excited.
I already want one.
Right?
I've been wanting one already, but the sacred
Oh my
geometry.
God, that's gonna be awesome, Alana.
Or
She's saying, yes, let's do it.
Yeah. I just had some water and it was hot as if I was trying to boil it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Do not miss the summer at all in any country, but in Brazil in specific.
So hot and humid.
Have you seen Reincarnated back on her? She's saying, oh yeah, I've been here for all of it. One of the last ones, she had something to do with the creation of tarot. That is really interesting. And I'm just getting super interested in tarot and learning how to read it and all like that. Oh my God, you're gonna help me, girl. Why haven't you said it before? She's like, well, I'm just waiting for you to connect the dots. My God.
What do you
Why
think
are
has
you
been
like this?
helping you?
Yeah. Oh, this is super cool. So
Yeah.
that's one of the last ones she's saying.
Wow.
That she had to do with that. Very cool.
Does Myrr have a message for Flavia?
She's like, haha, what do I have to say? So she's saying that, well, she's very thankful that you're opening up space for her as well and holding space for her, that you've been a master of doing that and you are doing this beautifully in this lifetime as well, that you are a master of holding space. You are a master of joy. And also, you are now learning in this space-time continues, that's what she's saying, that your voice always really matters. And you are also learning to balance how you want to portray your voice, or if you want to portray your voice. Because doing it or not, you are doing your job. So it's your choice, basically.
Thank you.
She loves you.
Oh, I love her too. I was gonna ask her actually something because you know the cold sensation that I get on my ribs sometimes.
Uh-huh.
I'm feeling it right now.
Ah, that could be a sign of channeling. Like a new energy or being activated. She's like, it's
That's something so weird to say. I get
cold
on my
cold
ribs.
on my ribs. So many of the kids are laughing. It's like a weirdo is always a weirdo.
Yeah. It's on our blood.
Yep. Yeshua's like, hey, the other thing I forgot mentioning the other time, because Yeshua was talking and we were laughing so much, and then we said goodbye. We were talking about Osiris the last time, and Alana and I were saying that we want to do him as a channeling. And then Alana said, you can have Yeshua. And then Yeshua, I was like, hey, it's like, oh my God. Like nobody, what do you mean?
Why are you throwing me around?
He was telling me today that he has a bone to pick with you, Alana. Yeshua.
Well, in this context, Yeshua, let me tell you.
Yeah, that's, wow.
Wow.
He's like, she got me.
Yeah.
My message went through. Oh my God.
Hi, Jennifer.
Hi.
Glad you made it.
Yep.
What does Myrr think of the Kabbalah?
It's interesting, just saying, an interesting concept to understand some of the realms within you. Not all of them, but it's a very interesting process. And it can open up doors to more as well. If you are connected to it, if you are connected to learning more about it, just saying it's a more pragmatic adventure, I would say. And I would also say that it's important to keep in mind that your own personal point of view, your personal voice, your personal understanding matters. It's not just what you have in books, because you don't have everything in books yet. Some of you are just bringing it now. Remember that. With everything you're learning, not only that, with tarot too. And then she's pointing at me. Because I've been trying to memorize some of the meanings. And I don't think that's the way to go for me. There's something that goes like, nope. You're just gonna read it with how it feels for you, which is how I do everything else in my life. I always try. It's like, okay, I'm gonna try the way that other people are doing it because it's been working for other people. And then I'm like, yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Well, that's how we reach different results, right? By doing it differently.
And different
we
people
do the same thing.
Different frequencies.
Does Myrr have a message for me?
Who?
Alana.
What?
Alana. Myrr have a message for me.
Oh, okay. Thanks. She is sitting, looking at me like this. And then she's saying, does Alana have a message for me? What would you have to tell me today? And what do you think of me? She's just sitting there and waiting.
And then she's going to say, now turn that around.
Yeah. She's like,
sorry.
You ruined my punchline. As you do. No offense, Yeshua. I just don't want to do him. He's like, well, but I'm not just here for that.
I get chills where my body shakes when I'm channeling or burning hot and sweating.
Yeah, I get more of the hot and sweating as well. But I've been feeling, because some beings have that effect and some beings don't. So I'm still trying to figure out, I think those are strong fractals in my masculine.
They make you burn?
Burn. It's like my back and my face and this side of my face, which is always the left side. It's like a burning. That's interesting. Shut up.
I'd love to know if Myrr has a message for me. Moon asks.
She's saying, you have so much to give. You have so much to share and so much to bring through still from your divine essence, from your galactic origins. She's saying you've been getting some dreams your whole life, actually. It's all true. That's when it's true. Flavia gets the
confirmations.
Yep. You have so much wisdom because you are a master of this whole earth game. You just need to remember it now. You need to remember this fact. That's the only thing. That you are a divine being, that you chose to be on earth, yes, for a reason, but you are your first priority. Not anyone else, not anything else. You are. What you love to do. Because if you base your givings, your gifts, on what people want to receive from you, you'll be always living for them and not for yourself. And it's always going to feel incomplete because it's not your job to please anybody. When you do things fully for you, because they make you happy, because they make your heart sing, as Baba says, you connect with people that feel your authenticity, people that are your soul family, people that are going to trust and believe and support you no matter what. So focus on what is good for you, what is happy for you, whatever it is, because yes, you have an ocean full of things to offer to Earth. Things that Earth have not been ready until this moment. So you see that things will start increasing now, it will start happening. But you need to first look at yourself and love everything you see about you. Because you are worthy of love. You are worthy of all of your dreams to come true. But do it for you, not anyone else. The moment you fully decide and step into this, every door just wide open for you. And you'll be able to pick. And pick whatever it is that feels loving for you, that excites you, makes you happy.
Is there a practice she would like her soul family to consider, perhaps one most important to her message?
Good question. She's saying practice finding stillness, finding center and grounding, like Baba taught you. She's talking about the class that Yeshua taught about grounding. But she's saying find ways that feel simple and easy for you to quiet the mind when you want and to empower the thoughts that you want to be empowered. Find that stillness that gives you the awareness that you are the master of this reality and that you can do anything, you can create anything. You are the master of your thoughts. You are the master of your emotions. There is no one playing the game above you and you are the puppet. She's saying that it's never, ever been the case. So how do you want to live life? So this practice, it's going to be different for everybody. Maybe it is a breath work. It's just breathing and being present. And again, finding stillness in your thoughts. Sometimes it's not shutting them up completely. It's different for everybody. So whatever practice you take it because it feels good for you. Not because someone else is doing it and is working for them. That works for every single thing. Whatever it is that you want to manifest, whatever it is that you want to live, do it because it feels good for you. Because everyone is going to have a different opinion about everything, and that's great. That's the point of Earth. But find what feels good for you, whatever that practice is. So basically, she's not going to give you a practice. She's giving you what the practice is, quote unquote, supposed to offer you, which is that mastery, finding that center. So for some people, it is meditating every day. For some people, it is journaling, scripting, or it is just breathing, walking with nature, whatever it is. Yeshua is definitely my corny dad. He's like, well, don't I know? He's saying that that's exactly what it is that he meant before.
Nikki would like to know if there's a message for her.
Okay, we're not going to do more of those because it's too much.
Yeah,
we have lots of questions. she's saying you have so many connections with the galactic beings as well. And she's excited for you to start empowering more of that, because some of them are very, very relevant for you today. And I see Arcturians, I see Lyran felines for you, so many other beings as well. It's like your higher self just multiplied herself into thousands of other beings. So you have a lot of connections there. And she's saying, my message for you is that you are limitless. Remember that every day.
Can they experience sacred sexuality instantaneously?
Yes is the answer, but what do you mean actually? It's like orgasm is what you mean? Or what? They're saying yes, but I am personally wondering.
Tarot is all intuition and archetypes.
Yeah.
Myrr, I love channeling you. The messages come out like water, and each answer you give me takes 5 minutes. You talk a lot through me.
Yep.
Chatty Cathy.
Yep. Just saying yes and yes.
Myrr, I love your positive energy, the blending of the comfort, the rightness, and the resonance of it. Please bless us more with your contact. Gratitude and love.
Just saying thank you. I'll come as many times as you want me to.
Was that her I just felt on my left? Both healing and tears.
She's saying yes, it is. Take it in. You open the door. She asked before. Who was willing to let her activate them?
Really love Myrr's directness and clarity.
Yeah.
Does Myrr have advice about me talking to and supporting my kids with their sexuality and orientation?
She's saying it's different every day with kids. Every single day is something new. Every single day is just different. And she's saying, for now, it's important for them to know that they don't have to make a decision for life. Let them know that. They can be whatever it is that they are today. Enjoy whatever it is that they are today. There is no need to have an orientation forever or to know everything you're going to know today. She's saying, just let them know that they have so many opportunities and they are supported through whatever it is that they choose. Your role is just to hold space for them. Let them know that. It's not to choose for them. It's not to guide them even. It's just to hold space for them so they can grow exactly as she wants to. They want to. So just know that nothing needs to be definite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's the word.
Yes.
I feel like Myrr cheated me out of my message. I know, right? She's saying, well, I just wanted you to know that you have all the answers. And I'm right there with you. And I'm so grateful, so happy that we are doing this together. And that, yes, I want to keep doing it. I want to talk through you even more. That she's saying, okay, there's something else. She's merging with something else. She's saying she's helping you trust that love exists outside of your heart and head. Whatever this means for you. She's like dictating the words, like say them exactly like that. That's an activation whenever they do that. Helping you believe that love exists outside your heart and your mind. Basically, in a physical form.
I got her tarot connection, but didn't put her in that timeline. I asked earlier about astrology aspect, maybe because of her infusion of the 10 planets and the 12 zodiac signs and the 22 major arcana.
That makes a lot of sense,
Yeah.
yes. You were tapping into it?
Wait, it scrolled so fast. What's the video where Yeshua talked about stillness, centering, and grounding? Is grounding in the title?
Yes, it's the class. It's a Magdalena's class.
Yeah.
Was it December?
I think so.
Or
yes.
November? It's
it's
one of the
recent.
it's one of the last lessons.
Yeah, it's
Lessons.
grounding
It's not a word.
boundaries and joy on earth. The title.
Yeah.
It was really a beautiful message. Yeah, it's making me think a lot.
Good.
What does Myrr like to eat? I'm hungry.
She's saying, well, I like to eat all kinds of things. She said that she was very daring with the things she would eat. Every time she would travel, she would eat anything they would offer her. She said that she refrains from dead animals because that's just how she was raised. But at times she did try some stuff. She's showing me like, what the crap is the name of this? I'm gonna need to speak Português with Flavia now. Sabe aquele episódio de BA Kitchen que eles vão num rio pegar umas conchinhas?
Oysters?
It's not oysters, it's another name. Clam. She's showing me like, and that one was an okay one. She's showing me popcorn, Alana. Popcorn with chocolate. It's like popcorn with chocolate all over. It's like you melt the chocolate, pour it over, and eating like a crazy person, like Flavia does.
Yes.
She's saying, yeah, let's eat that.
It's so good. I get so happy with food. It's ridiculous. Every time. Thank you, Myrr. The word I speak out the most these days is wow.
That's nice.
I don't know if this has been asked, but is she embodied at the moment?
She's saying yes, in many bodies, not only one body. Muscles. I think, yeah, that could be that too.
Muscles. It would be great to hear from her, maybe another time if today's too long, about bisexuality. Is our human collective ready to embrace it?
She says that, yeah, because it doesn't have to be a big thing. It doesn't have to be a big deal, she's saying. It wasn't for me. And look at the time that I lived.
Right.
You know, because it was never something that was ostracized. Is that the word? It's like, ooh. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, you love who you love.
Not the point, she's saying. So she's saying maybe that's the way that we should be raising our kids now. Mm-hmm. Whatever it is that they like, it's fine. You're not going to tell your kid that they are weird. Well, sometimes you will and you do, and you scar them. It's like, it's weird if you don't like a certain type of food, or that you, like I connect better with rose quartz than with obsidian. Yay. That's her. It's like, okay. So what's the point? What's the point in all the drama, she's saying. I don't understand all the drama. Why does anyone have anything to say about what someone else likes or not is beyond me, she's saying.
Right.
I agree with her 100%. So she's saying that it was never made a big deal for me because there was never something that was imposed upon me as a child. Because in many ways, also, my parents already knew. And she's saying, and moms and dads, they do have a tuning with this. They can feel this. And the more that you give it a stage, the more it's going to play the drama. So why does it have to be a big deal, she's saying? Isn't it the point that we are different and then we like different things? And it's not only because mom and dad were man and woman and were attracted to each other that's the only way to live. Like in my case, she's saying, never wanted to have kids. So that wasn't even in my checklist for Earth. It's not one of the things that I wanted to create, and that was fine too. I didn't have any kids. I lived many, many years. It was happy in all of them. And I felt love in many bodies, in many different ways. And I truly connected with a woman. Let's say that I liked rose quartz, and I found my perfect match. Ain't that a beautiful story? That's all there is to this, she's saying. The more we give voice to the drama, the more the drama grows.
Where exactly was Myrr born? In France. Does the place still exist?
I see. What's the name of the city?
Alsace, the region?
Yes, around there. Something. Is it like the same location as Dunkirk? There's something there. I feel
No.
like the sea.
No.
So it's the sea.
That
It's
is
close to
the other
Dunkirk.
side.
I don't know. I'm probably butchering the name, but it's close to that place. It still exists. Yes, she's saying, of course, it should exist. It's like France is still pretty much the same, but now we have buildings. She's making fun of you, David. In case you didn't know, she wanted me to let you know.
The singing hue and relax cats like they're purring does with us.
Oh,
My cat seems to enjoy when I sing. Maybe it's my voice. Have a feeling of frequency is healing.
yes, it does. And I do the same thing, Jennifer. I sing not only to just like pets, but I sing to every animal.
Everything.
And one of these days, I was singing to a bird, and he was like far, and then he started coming closer and closer and closer because I was singing to it. They totally can feel the frequency, and it's healing. Yes, not only healing, it's
the
it
cutest
aligns. It's so beautiful. But I make up the songs for them at the time, which are always stupid.
I'm getting all that inner peace now. For your information, I used whatever showed up after simple wonder.
Nice.
Answers were quick. It's taken me 5 years with specific intent to get to today. Yay me!
Yay you! That is so freaking excited.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing that.
I'm so eating popcorn tonight. Me too. I love popcorn with chocolate. Right? It's
I love
so
popcorn
good.
too. I think it's probably my favorite food. I could eat popcorn the whole day.
But not with chocolate. Yeah, she's more like you. MC.
Yeah, I don't like it with chocolate. I like it with cheese though. Oh my god.
Oh, it's really good too.
Parmigiano?
Oh,
Oh yes.
so basic.
What? Let me like my cheese in peace.
Mm.
Hi Eva.
Hi.
Does Myrr have a messenger activation for me? She's saying she is activating you now that you open the door for her, and she's activating light language in you. She's saying she's working with light language with you. That's nice.
Nice.
Chocolate popcorn, my kind of girl. Dawn has such
sweet
a
tooth.
sweet tooth. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's crazy, Dawn. I don't know if it's just because, you were just following us in everything we were eating, but I feel like you like your sugar.
He likes. Amy, your necklace is beautiful.
Oh, thank you. It's
Tiger's eye.
Tiger's eye. I felt it was I found it on like an online community, whatever.
Yeah.
And I felt like it was very Egyptian. And I loved it. Thanks.
I love it too. You guys almost have 900 subscribers.
I know.
Yes.
We're excited for the 1,000 because we can do so many other stuff with YouTube when we get to 1,000.
We can post stuff.
Yes.
Like posts.
Monetize stuff.
Yeah.
That's going to be nice.
My daughter asked me if I'd rather she chose a male or a female for sex. I told her choose happy and fun.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
That's lovely.
It's nice. They are the best songs. I still sing A Minha Chica é Mais Bonita sometimes.
Yep. I sing it too. I sing it to Marvel, that is my sister's dog. I sing it to the sheep that live here. Minhas amigas são bonitas e tão lindas.
Oh.
I sing it to animals that are not even here with me. I sing
Yet.
to them in my mind. And
Hands down my favorite food. Right. Yes,
Right.
popcorn with cheese.
Yum. Oh yes, it's so
Oh my
freaking
God,
good.
I'm
And you need to
getting
do it like
hungry, and
this.
I
Okay,
ate.
I'm gonna teach you the popcorn.
Heck.
I don't know. I'm not teaching you anything new. I put the cheese like layers. Okay,
Yeah.
it's not just throw the cheese on and just eat it. No, you put popcorn cheese, popcorn cheese, popcorn cheese, popcorn cheese,
Popcorn
cheese on top,
lasagna.
and then you put it back on the microwave for like 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, and it melts. And then you open the door. Don't leave it there because it's gonna make the popcorn like.
Yeah.
We don't want
good.
that. So just leave the popcorn for like a minute before you start eating it, and then can be later.
The cheese sets.
Oh, it's so
Oh.
good. Remember layers.
My mouth is watering.
I love
no
popcorn
joke.
so much.
Oh my God. Don't even care it's late. I'm gonna eat it. No self-control. I keep wanting to ask more about Sarah's book. Does she show up more?
She's saying yes. She is going to. I feel like they're going to travel together in the book. So they're going to have more of a story even. So it's true. She's saying not in the next few chapters, but soon. She's, of course, because she's going to show up after Sarah is already an adult, right? And we are still on Sarah's, she's still in the womb. She's going to talk about her birth as well, how hard it was for Mary Magdalene.
The popcorn is good with butter, sugar, and cinnamon.
Ooh.
Shake it in a paper sack.
I could see that Flavia was going to go nuts about this.
Oh, it's like churro popcorn. Does Myrr have a favorite crystal?
Does my favorite popcorn is? That's what she said here. Popcorn, we like popcorn.
I can make the voice.
I use Parmigiano. Parmesan? Yes. And cheddar. They're asking what kind of cheese for the popcorn. I'm sorry, I had to
about
answer
a crystal. I didn't
You did not read the crystal thing.
did.
Only in your mind. Stop being crazy.
I did.
No, you didn't.
Does Myrr have a favorite crystal?
No, you said, does popcorn is favorite me? Something
right
like that.
after.
Stop being crazy. I grate it very fine. Okay. I'm still talking about the popcorn. Very fine, both of them, and then you do the layers, put them back, and thank me later. Anyways, does she have a favorite crystal? She's saying, oh, I love crystals so much. She had a huge collection when she was stationary. I feel like she lived in Africa somewhere. Don't really know where. And she said that they had so many crystals there. Malachite is her favorite.
Oh, nice.
Very nice. What a culinary.
Yeah. Dunkirk is on the other side of France, in front of the UK.
Yep.
Yes. Last summer, I felt such a strong connection with the family, and now I'm wondering if it's actually a bit more.
Ah, well, it's not only her, she's saying, it's all of them, because they all lived down that coast as well. They lived in the south, and then they walked through all of it, and they lived everywhere, but the places where they lived a long time was both in the south and way up north.
When I worked in the cinema in high school, I did that with the butter, and I just like it with salt.
I like butter too.
Put butter in layers.
Yeah,
wow, that is genius.
Oh my god, I love popcorn so much. Flavia's brain is fully connected to popcorn now.
You lost her.
Yep.
Why does Annie look shocked?
True. With what? I don't even remember anymore.
It's just her face. It's like that. That almost foodgasm. Okay, next family reunion, make popcorn. Lots of popcorn.
Yep.
Yes.
I ate popcorn in our family reunion.
Did you?
Yep. Dawn was there.
I don't remember.
Yes, we were watching GMM sitting on the table with Dawn and Julie. Something crazy.
Okay.
What's that green crystal behind Annie? This one is an Andara crystal that Dawn gave to us. Love it so much.
Is there a message about the new energy medicine techniques I'm learning or remembering?
Just saying, yep, it's remembering. Well, she's showing me like you are using your hands. And I see like because I'm seeing the chakras in the palm of your hands, because we have chakras in the palms of our hands. I see the throat and the heart and a connection with the earth chakra and then the 11th chakra. So you are activating the remembrance in other beings that they are healed. It's like they don't have anything wrong with them, for example. I feel like your connection with animals and earth empower you and ground you and make it easier for you as well. That's the other thing she's saying. Very interesting. Can Myrr pull a tarot card for me? We don't have any cards here. They're all upstairs. Sorry.
Yes, butter in layers is a must. I said any,
Yeah.
but I meant Flavia looked shocked. Sorry. It's because the sugar and cinnamon and butter in the
Oh, yeah.
popcorn, was that?
Yeah, it wasn't
Why?
shocked. It was just, I think it was, I don't know. I have
It
popcorn
was
brain too.
pleasure.
Now everybody's just thinking about
Yeah.
popcorn.
Would love a family reunion.
Yes, we should do that soon
Happening
again.
as soon
Yes.
as this lockdown thing is over.
Yep. We're planning for May,
May.
guys.
Yes.
Just so everybody can start getting their things in order
Yes.
here in Portugal again.
How do you build connections with spirits from the perceived other side? Any techniques to help?
Myrr is saying that you feeling empowered enough to invoke them is the first step. They really, really like when you just command them to, let's say, show up for you. All of them. And some of them are easier, we'll say, to connect in a way than others, but that's very, very personal for you. You know, who is going to be the easiest for you and who isn't. But I'm seeing that people find it very easy to connect with Archangel Michael, for example, with which your name is Michael. So you already have that Michael essence. Everyone that is called Michael has that strong Archangel Michael energy anyways. But also Yeshua is usually a very easy one to bring. You know, there are some beings that are more demanding in a body than others, like Ra, for example. Sometimes he can be, really depends. Like if you have a lot of their Ra essence, it's going to be super easy for you as well. But the thing that is like a constant is invoking them and letting them show up for you exactly as they are. You know, exactly as they come, and not diminish anything, because sometimes it's just going to come through like a feeling in your heart. It's just a vision in your mind. It is, you know, there are so many ways they can start showing up. So it's really important that you empower however it is that they show up for you first, and not just want, let's say that you want to do the channeling with the writing. I forgot how it's called. Automatic writing, or that you only want to hear them, or you only want to see them, you know. So it's like you are closing all these other doors, and they come through in so many different ways, and each being also comes through a different way, you know. But again, it's super personal. But let's say a constant with Yeshua, for example, he comes through first through the heart. You're rarely gonna see or hear him first. He's gonna come through your heart, and you're gonna feel as he feels, and you're gonna feel the love he feels for you, you know. And then you will start experiencing him in different ways. And the more that you practice, for me, I think it is 100% just practice. You know, that's just me talking. It is practicing and empowering and letting yourself just, you know, go with whatever it is, you know, and not be too hard on yourself. Because if it's totally new for you, connecting, channeling, whatever it is, you're going to feel like you're a little crazy in the beginning. Because I don't know if it's just for me, but there is no strict line that this is me or this isn't, because that being is a part of you. So they are going to come through as a part of you, you know, as something that you already have that is flourishing in a way. Right? So for some people it is a voice, for some people it is the visualizations, for some people it is hearing, you know. So they're going to come through when you are ready to, if you want to, in a way, right, to channel. They're going to come through the first thing that is already your strongest. So you need to empower that and give yourself permission to just feel weird, because yes, it feels weird. You know, when I started to channel Yeshua, I thought I was insane. You know, when I started to connect to him, and well, the first time I connected to him, I thought he was just this golden angel. No, I couldn't even see his face. And when I started like seeing him with my third eye, I couldn't look in his face. I was always looking down like this because I didn't feel worthy to look at him. So it's stages and getting to open up to all that he has to offer. That's a whole class, actually, that we could totally have, like connecting with spirits, higher self, or channeling, you know.
I think you're drooling a little, Annie.
Sorry. With this whole popcorn thing. Hawaii is a good one too. That's in the making.
Yes.
Excited for this thing to be done so I can attend to that.
Yes.
That's gonna be fun, Bruna.
May sounds great. Let's manifest that.
Whoop, whoop.
Let's. Ace of Cups.
Yep.
Thank you for that lovely and helpful message. Spot on.
Nice.
Humor will be so strongly.
Yeah, just invoke her. She loves working with healing as well, of course.
Sister day to Hawaii. Yeah. Brenda's gonna be leaving there.
Yes, that's amazing.
Wow,
I had
such paradise.
a great session with Brandy today.
Yeah.
I'm still like buzzing from it, Brandy, by the way. It's so good.
She was like, I had the best session ever.
It was so beautiful.
I will invite Myrr to my dreams. Is she okay with this?
Oh, she's very okay with it. She's like, yeah. She's been showing up already, she's saying. Might not be fully aware, but she's been.
Connecting class would be great.
Yeah. I'm gonna find a better name. More catchy name to it. But it could be a course too.
Yeah.
Right? How do you guys feel about courses? Like outside of Patreon, Because we wanted to have a full. Well, I'm gonna share one idea that we had with you guys. Creating a series of sacred sexuality courses that dive even deeper than what we did. And we are going to tap into some of the things that we already did with the Magdalena's classes, but we are going to expand more. So every course is going to be an initiation. So it's basically an initiation in sacred sexuality in a course form. So you're going to take the course and in the end, you're going to be initiated. It's like phase 1 of sacred sexuality or priesthood of Isis, and then 2 and 3 and 4. We thought about at least 7 so far. Or as far as we can go as priestess of Isis now, which, we can, we thought that could be fun. And also other courses as well, like this, like connecting with yourself, with spirit, with higher self, with channeling, and all of that, So it's like to have it aside from Patreon in a way that can be more accessible to other people as well, because some people don't want to be committed, to Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it would really depend on the type of the course and the length of everything. We never created fully a course before. I think the closest we got was with the cleanse.
Yeah, the program.
Yeah. That's nice, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, I love your sacred sexuality teachings. I'm so in. Yes, fun.
Yeah,
I'm in.
So I thought like doing like this mystifying mystery school kind of course.
And mystery school.
Yeah. So we can open up for more. Also thought to bring more of that to just YouTube in general, public on YouTube, more sacred sexuality, because I don't feel like we talk about that enough there. And I think it's the main thing that we do, right?
Right.
And the thing that I am most passionate about.
Of course, on learning more about crystals would be cool.
Yes, we were thinking about that as well. It's like from the very beginnings, like how to cleanse your crystals, how to connect with your crystals, which crystals to choose for certain things, or how to use crystals for healing, how to use crystals for connecting, There's so much in crystals. That's one. The other one is also something that we've talked about before, that is herbal alchemy.
Mm-hmm.
So the principles of the basic principles of herbal alchemy, and then going deeper into different branches of it, like using herbal alchemy for healing, creating tinctures, and all kinds of other stuff.
Can Myrr give me any advice about my present struggle with trusting divine guidance and myself?
She's saying that empower what feels the easiest for you and keep finding joy every day. She's saying, I know you're tired of hearing this, but through joy, you will find all of the answers. And through grounding as well, she's saying, but they are kind of part of one thing. And she's saying that empower whatever feels the best right now. So if connecting, let's say, with your higher self doesn't feel good, then don't try to do that, right? Let's do something else. Let's do it. Let's do whatever it is that feels better. So if connecting with Yeshua doesn't feel good, connect with Hillel if that feels good, or Archangel Michael, or whoever it is, or maybe a galactic being that is a part of you, or don't think about them as a part of you at all. Just go for whatever feels the best, whoever feels the most loving for you at the moment, and empower that. She's saying, because with that, you will start reopening the doors. And she's also saying this is just a phase as well, that you are going through. She's saying it's not here to stick. It's not going to be like this forever. So just remind yourself of that sometimes. Remind your inner child, when she's like, oh my God, but I'm never going to connect with my higher self again, or I'll never feel safe to channel again, or whatever it is. She's saying, just go for whatever feels more like home in this moment and don't worry too much about the rest, because everything else is just going to reopen. And also see this as you opening new doors for yourself and not only looking at the doors that are closed. She's saying just look ahead and see just how many other options you have right now, because you took, let's say, a pause from the other things you were already doing. She's saying that seeing a rebirth as beneficial can really help in this aspect. Thanks, Dawn. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
YouTube doesn't know a lot about the horny workers. I know, right?
Right.
Horny workers 613. That's a name. Wow.
Lightworkers613 is our undercover agent aspect. But
Yep.
we are actually the horny
He's
workers.
the
Oh my God.
PG-13 version. Oh my God.
Is there something that Myrr wants to teach us that is important for us to know right now?
She's saying there is nothing I can ever teach you. I can help you remember. What do you want to remember today? Remember, it's a choice. Every single aspect of your life on earth is a choice. It's always been a choice. It's always going to be a choice. And you choose by thinking and feeling. Remember that as well. You have mastery of your thoughts and your emotions. Do not forget that. And following up, be kind to yourself. Mm-hmm. Because this human experience was always meant to be fun and happy and exciting. Yes. That's the point. So whenever it is when we start to just go towards the challenging parts and the sorrow and the grief and the suffering, we feel disconnected. Why would that be? Because you've always wanted happiness. Because that's who you are. You are joy. You are love. So you create more compassion by living this moment as the best you can. Enjoy every single second. Try to find at least one loving thing about every moment of your life. And whenever it is that you're going towards the other side, that you don't want that. Doesn't feel, sorry, bless you. Doesn't feel as good because it's not fully your truth, right? You can choose again. Remember that. And be really, really nice with yourself. Be kind to you. Whenever you look in the mirror and a bad, in your own terms, a bad, mean thought comes, do not entertain it. You have the power to not entertain thoughts that are not in alignment with what you want to create. It is 100% your choice every single time. As is your choice to turn the TV off if you want to. If it's not resonating with you. If it is a YouTube video, if what I'm telling you right now is not resonating with you, you can just shut it off right now. It's your power. You don't have to anything. Don't have to be like this. You don't have to. There is no such thing. You are the divine being of this creation. You are love itself. It's not supposed to be hard. We forgot, and now we are remembering, and it's fun. It's fun to remember. Isn't it fun to be here, to commune with your soul family? Isn't it worthy? The whole thing we've been through, it's so worth it. And she's mentioning you, Birdie. I called you Birdie, and it's Brandy. Sorry, but I thought that was kind of cute. She was pointing at you. She's like, she's been through a freaking roller coaster. And the joy that she's feeling now, just go for it. Do not be scared of feeling happy. That is why you can't, sometimes you feel like you can't stick with it. You're scared that if you're feeling happy, something bad is going to happen. She's saying, why? Why does it have to be like that? You choose. So if whatever it is that you have been choosing for 20, 30, 40, 60 years is not working now is the only thing that matters. In this single moment, that's the only thing that matters. Whatever was, it was. And whatever is going to be, you are choosing it right now. Remember that. And you can create every single thing, every aspect of your life, every single molecule that exists within your reach and beyond is of your creation. Remember that. You are not alone in this. You've never been alone. You can't be alone. I'm sorry. You are never alone. All of the things you are doing, everybody's watching all the time. It's like, ha ha ha. It's like creepy as Yeshua.
No.
Anyway, she's saying, just as a final message, fall in love with life. Every day, find a way to fall in love with life. That's how you find love in what is the perceived outside of you. That's how you find a divine partner. You fall in love with them today. You fall in love with them in a bird, in a cat, in a tree. You fall in love with them in the popcorn, in a friend, in yourself, most importantly. You fall in love with them in yourself. And that's how you manifest everything. It's always supposed to be joy. Remember that. And she's saying, and thank you for letting me talk. Thank you for entertaining me for this long. I'm gonna let my girls go so Flavia can eat her popcorn. She's calling me mom, and mom can go to sleep. Like, it's so old, right? Like, let mom go to sleep. So sweet. She's saying, I love you.
We love you too.
Yeah, very much.
I saw my TV yesterday and it felt so good. I haven't watched TV in years, but it still felt good. Great.
We don't have a TV either.
We don't have one. Yeah. Every time that I call the TV company, because I watch one show on the TV every once in a while on my computer, and they're like, "How come? But you pay for the TV and you don't have a TV?" And they always get so confused.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Nope.
Oh, Birdie is such a good nickname, right? It's how we call my twin flame.
Yeah, well, we call him Bird.
Bird, yeah, Birdie.
He's like, not Birdie.
Just like, because of that, I'm gonna call him Birdie.
Hi, Birdie.
Hi, Birdie. Oh, I lost. Wait, did I go back?
No.
Oh, it's
Stop it.
Wait, stop it. Love being here. Love getting to know Myrr's energy signature. So powerful and loving. Helps because I see their light bodies, not form. So loving placing the signature.
Yes, I see them more in the light bodies as well. Sometimes I call them forward and I draw how I see them. And there's a picture of Myrr, by the way, for whoever doesn't know, and it's 50% off for patrons, so it's only $5.55, and it's a portrait of her. There is a whole light language blessing in the background, and there's a message also from her. So it's on our Etsy
store. LOL, I'm crying. I'm so in love.
Oh, I'm in love with your love.
Yeah. This was the perfect message to end with. Thank you, Annie, for the channeling, and thank you, everyone, for your awesome questions. I felt the love.
Yes, thank you, Julie.
Thank you, Myrr. Thank you.
Thanks.
This girl, so fast. This has been fabulous.
Oh, I was saying before, and I never really completed the thought, that Brandy met her twin flame, and I had a session with both of them today. And I love this energy, and it made me remember why I chose the twin flame path. So it kind of renovated my whole purpose with this, because sometimes you go like, oh my God, why am I doing this? It doesn't happen often for me because I feel him so strongly anyway, every day. And I'm always talking to him like a crazy person. Much. Yeah, he's always talking to. So, but seeing that playing out in the physical, it's just so beautiful. And the energy, and the love, just talking about it. I almost cried like 3 times during the thing. And sometimes I only cry when it's Yeshua, but it wasn't. It was just their higher selves talking to them. It's like, oh my God, I can't, my makeup, So freaking beautiful. Thank you so much, Brandy. Not only for letting me connect with this energy and coming to me with this, which I feel extremely honored, but also for being this, for opening the doors. I feel like that's what you're doing for all of us. It's like you've been through a freaking roller coaster, and everything is just like, it was so intense, and so then you're coming through with all of that and finding it, right, and opening the door and living this love and believing it and embodying it. I feel like it's so validating for all of us that are not in union, in physical union with our twins yet, that we haven't really met them yet, and things like that. It feels so empowering, and not like feels like I haven't been wasting time. That's how it feels, like so many years of my life. It feels like it's possible when I see it like that. So it's very beautiful. Thank you for being the divine mother you are. Both of you, actually. Anyways. Yes, I'm looking forward for your twin flame session as well. I'm already feeling strong Osiris vibes, but when haven't we, right? I'm super looking forward. Have you scheduled her yet?
Yes.
Nice.
Right?
Yes, and also I had a beautiful session with Orlean today too.
If I didn't talk to her,
and then she's like,
just because if I did, I prepare a schedule before I talk to people, so it is in my schedule, but I don't know if I reached out to her. So no, but I have a date.
Oh, Flavia has a date.
Sorry. I didn't check with her
We
yet.
don't need it, okay?
Because there's a lot of adjusting to do. There's a management.
Yeah. So I had like 2
patient with me.
2 twin flame sessions today, which was amazing. That's when I texted Flavia. It's like, this is just the best sessions ever, because it feels so loving, and again, it's so connected to my roles, and the things that, because I feel like you feel that too, Brandy. It's like you are creating with this person, and things just start opening up because you are in connection with them like that. Because it's part of the roles that we chose to experience on Earth, and know that's part of mine. So it feels so aligned with my truth, and it's just beautiful. So thank you, both of you, Orlean and I'm crying. Stop it. She almost made me cry today.
Yeah. Maybe she will win the bonfire.
Oh yeah, but that's okay.
Okay. Well, we do have a.
So that's right, not okay. After. Okay, so I'm beating the crying. Okay. Someone else cry for me.
Not me.
Tears of joy. I know. It's for me too. Because I honestly feel so happy for you. I can't even explain.
I want to learn more about twin flames.
Yeah. That's another course we could have.
Yeah.
Totally. Like a whole new class on twin flames. Because it's okay, Bruna, you do the
Okay.
crying. Nice, thank you.
It's gonna be so funny.
Bruna's like,
Bruno, why are you crying?
because Nanda can't. That's my name, actually. That's how they call me.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
I love
Anyway,
it.
guys.
I love it.
Myrr had her
Yes.
final message. She's so thankful. She's saying that she's excited to connect with all of you. She's showing me her portrait again, so she's holding it in front of her face. She's like, I like this.
Yeah.
Thank
Who
you.
said that?
I like that you like it.
I think it was
'cause-
David who said that when they
What?
saw Myrr's portrait.
Oh.
They thought it was Brandy.
Oh, see? That's
That's
nice.
interesting.
Okay. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for being here. This was an amazing channeling.
Yeah.
Really like it.
Me
Thank
too.
you for voting more up, she's saying. She's like, that's my peeps. Oh my God. The Yeshua is coming through. Let's finish this.
Yeah, how popular she became
Oh yeah.
instantly
It's like
in the group, right?
Everybody was just like, yep,
Yeah.
let's go. Yes, like a best friend. She is just like, I know, I've gotcha.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. So
Okay,
we'll see you
thank you.
on Thursday.
Thursday at
Yes.
5 p.m. for our bonfire for tiers 5 and up, and at 7 p.m. London time for the class.
Yes, we have an
Yes.
amazing sacred sexuality class coming. I don't even know who is coming with it. I think it's Hathor, actually. And the whole Ra collective. What is this sound?
It's
Is it the fire again? Oh my God.
Sounds like
Anyways.
press.
No? Okay. It's very normal to know exactly how rats
The
make
dogs.
sounds. The dogs? Yes.
Yeah.
Anyhow, guys. Bye.
Bye.
We love,
Love
you. See you Thursday.
Bye.